How? Hey, what's up, guys?
What up, peeps? So in this podcast, we have AQ Views, also known as Andres.
Very good friend of ours.
Yes. And he talks about the importance of diving all in on your passions and also the importance of having a partner who invests and also believes in your dreams.
Yeah, that's super important. And then he also goes into talking about why it's very important to make friends. So check it out and let's get going. Coconut.
Fire.
Hey, what's up, guys? My name is Roberto Guido.
And my name is Marissa Lewis.
And together we are
the Dos Cocos Locos.
And welcome to our podcast.
So our goal with this podcast is to drop as much coconut fire, which is our way of saying life/business knowledge bombs, for creatives that don't necessarily know much about life or business, through conversations with one another as well as with other fellow creatives and dope people.
Our story has a lot of twists and turns, but basically we started by selling coconuts at the beach, and now we have our own photography and videography business. And it's through these conversations that we were able to really learn how to navigate this thing called life. Enjoy.
Hi guys, so today we have Andres with us. Thank you so much again, man, for just taking the time to hang out with us.
For this spontaneous podcast that we kind of tricked him into doing.
I knew nothing about this. Right? I knew nothing.
Yeah, we're like, yo, bro, we have a business idea. Come over, and then podcast.
There it is.
And here we are.
So yeah, man. So we always kind of starting off any podcast, all of our podcasts with this question, and basically it's in one sentence. What do you do? So it can be as long as you want, but in one sentence, what do you do? Everything.
Right there.
Like your whole
life in one sentence.
In one run-on sentence.
I guess creatively and career-wise, right now, what I do is I make videos to make people look better.
Oh,
that was great.
That's great. Yeah, definitely.
That's what I try to go for.
Definitely, dude. That's awesome. Yeah, Andres is super. Yeah, Vaquita, shout out to Vaquita always. This is our first time doing a podcast with a guest at our house, so we're super excited with Vaquita.
Oh, really?
Yeah. The guest at our house.
Oh, that's true.
The other ones in Armature, but yeah.
So you're the first one to sit at this table.
Yeah. So how do you like it, man?
Actually, legit, you're the first one to see this table in person.
Really?
Yeah.
Actually,
Yeah. I can definitely tell it was handmade by you guys.
You see how look at the end. You see how the end is like kind of made
Well,
amazing.
I'm not gonna worry about that.
Like,
That's
looks
not
great.
gonna be. You're not gonna see it.
It's not worth it.
You can't even see it. It's fine.
No, but yeah, Andres is being really humble about the type of work that he does, but he really does some awesome work. He's been working a lot with musicians and artists in the Tampa area, right?
Yeah.
He's killing the music video game.
Killing the game, for real.
Thank you, guys.
So as far as just something that I would like to know from you, how do you go about reaching out to these musicians and these artists, and how do you even find them to begin with?
Yeah. Or do they find you?
Yeah, what's the process?
It's Instagram. That's most of it for me. I'm a lot on there. I'm just looking at people, what people post, who comments, who likes. I'm just looking, because then, if I find a cool artist and I go on their page and I see if they worked with a different artist, or different people are commenting, or who they follow, it's I'm really in there. And then you find a whole bunch of people, hashtags too. There's a bunch of ways to just.
What's your hashtags that you search for? Because we have a set.
We have a certain list that we kind of go through.
Yeah. Since I'm in Tampa right now, I usually do Tampa photographer, Tampa videographer.
Yeah.
They're not, Tampa's big, but they're not huge.
Yeah.
So you could kind of go in there and see what's going on, at the top people.
Smart.
So I do that a lot.
I think that might actually be how I found you.
Yeah.
Actually, yeah.
Because that
is a hashtag that we do follow too.
Yeah, and that we use often.
I use it
ourselves.
almost every post. So.
So this whole podcast meetup and our friendship with Andres happened because of a hashtag.
Yep.
So
Yeah.
That's how powerful this is.
There you go.
It's powerful.
Shout out Instagram.
Yes.
For real.
Let's do it.
Dang. So that's awesome, man. So just kind of continue with the ball rolling. So tell us a little bit about your life story. I know we kind of talked about it already, the first time we met. But how did you even get into the videography game? Because everybody's how they got into the game is a little different than everybody else.
Yeah.
Yours is pretty crazy too. So
Yes, like your start is pretty crazy.
Yeah, so like just let the people know like what went down and stuff like that.
Yeah, so it was
Just stop.
what was it, like almost a year and a half ago? I was going to school here in Tampa, University of Tampa. I was going for entrepreneurship and marketing. So I wasn't doing really anything video related. Actually, my roommate was a film major, and I actually helped him a bunch with his like short films and all that. He actually does music now. He's pretty cool. Happy Face is his name. Shameless plug. We're doing it. But he kind of showed me what it was at the beginning, and then I just did that for fun. And then when I graduated, or like 3 months before I graduated, I had this friend that was down in Miami, and he was doing a bunch of kind of concert recaps and music videos for Latin artists like Ozuna, Bad Bunny, like pretty big names like that.
Oh my gosh.
And he was well connected in that. And so I think one day I texted him. I was like, hey, what program do you use to edit videos? And he told me Premiere. And then he kind of got excited that I was excited.
Yeah.
And he was like, are you trying to get into this? And I was like, yeah, I'm kind of into it. And he offered like to invite me down there and like help me out with like connections and just starting out and all that stuff, like giving me his gear because I had my phone at the time.
Wow.
And so I just decided to go.
Just drop everything, just go for it.
Or I graduated first.
Graduated
first. School. You graduated, and then just went over there with actually my friend that got me into the video first, and he does music now. I moved in with him and another friend, and we just went to Miami, and it was crazy.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it was especially crazy because the friend never got back to me after I got there, sadly. I'm pretty sure he was just busy. Something happened.
It wasn't like personal.
Something happened.
Yeah.
Right? But I was already there, so we had to make it work. And I was just starting, you know. I moved there. I was just, I think I had made one video with my iPhone.
Respect, bro.
Nice.
On iMovie.
Hey, that's where I started too. iMovie gang.
And then yeah, from there it's like kind of like you guys, you know, you're just there, you're doing it, like just what you like, but you threw yourself into it. So you just gotta put everything. You gotta figure it out. So that's.
What did you do? So like, how did you?
It was a lot of knocking on doors.
What did you do?
Yeah. So I think the first, because I didn't have a job too, so I was looking, but I had kind of free time to develop my skills, like my shooting and editing skills. I also saved up a lot while I was at school, so I had like 3 to 4 months of like just
that's so crazy.
Safety.
Us too.
Right there, which wasn't even planned, but perfect.
Yeah.
So what I did was just YouTube, right? Just the basic YouTube. Found out a lot of different people that were doing just tutorials. I think it was Justin OD show. I think it was Peter McKinnon. Just the basics. A lot of Daniel Schiffer. He did a lot on Final Cut too. So
that's literally like my top 3 too. It's crazy.
Yeah, they're out there. So I just started, you know, watching a bunch of that. Testing it out, like going out with my phone, shooting a little clip, coming back, putting on the computer, editing, just like that. And then, also a lot of knocking on doors. So I needed to just shoot for free, right? I couldn't just go outside and film a tree every time. So I started going to restaurants, local restaurants. I didn't have a car at the beginning too. So I was just walking to the restaurants that were close by. And yeah, I think I got one like fairly quickly. And then they let me shoot like a promo video for them.
And it was still all on your phone?
Yeah.
Wow, bro.
But that was really fun to do that. And I learned a lot, so.
Wow.
That definitely probably like tested your like creativity too.
That's another thing. Like if you don't have any gear, it's just the phone. That is amazing to start. Amazing. Because it tests you. It's like you don't have all these gadgets, so you just rely on, you know, that tutorial and your creativity. Like go with it.
That's true. That is true. Yeah, a lot of people now is just like oh, I don't have like a very fancy, expensive camera, like I can't do it. I'm like, no, like you really can. Like obviously the quality might be a little different, but overall though, you can really knock out some awesome videos.
Yeah, and like the composition is so important.
Yeah.
Like not just
you learn the basics with just whatever you got, and you can just learn the basics, and from there you can grow if you want.
And also, it's super okay to be super bad at the beginning.
Yeah.
Like, because like you mentioned composition, and I was like, I did not know any of that with the phone. So it's like, you just start.
You just do.
And then,
but I think that's something that like comes with practice. Like you don't just automatically know, yes, this is the perfect shot I'm looking for. Like it just comes with like, oh, that sucked. Like like that looked really bad. This really should have been closer in the middle, or like something like that. And
then at the end, I like showing my friends or my roommates for feedback, obviously. Yeah. That's really important because they can tell you. And also sometimes your friends don't tell you because they're your friends.
True.
So you got to look at their faces
and, be like,
and just notice. Like if you see, if you saw a little bit of an eyebrow, like nah, it's not gonna work. That effect didn't work. Take it out. So that's what I did. Over there for the most part.
That's cool.
Dang, that is crazy. So then, so you're still in Miami. So then, how did you decide to like come back?
Because my plan was to just make it work, right? I was gonna start. I was gonna hustle and grind, and then my work was gonna be noticed, and I was gonna start getting hired, right? But I wasn't really. I was putting a lot of time and effort into getting better because I didn't really know a lot, but I wasn't really networking that much.
Okay.
So I kind of was, but not really.
Yeah.
And I didn't really have. I hadn't read the right books.
So you like see the value in it.
Yeah.
Yes.
I knew that I should.
Like literally this whole time.
I'm like, oh yeah.
Oh my god,
I was really into it.
I know. Literally, your hands have been here this whole time. I'm like,
I'm sorry, I've been blocking Marissa's face.
Like,
I'm not everybody's favorite thing. All right, my bad. I was just into the
this
story.
video's gonna be great.
All right, so the value of networking is super important. So like, how did you like?
Yeah, so because I wasn't doing that, I think that's part of the reason I wasn't able to make it. I was only there for 7 months. So it wasn't really the longest time, but that's why. And then Miami is super expensive, guys. It is a little bit more expensive than usual. So if you go over there, kind of like, with savings and not a job. Yeah, so that was, honestly, that was the main part. And the jobs that I was getting weren't that great. So I found a job, a better one over here in Tampa. So I just moved back.
Come back with the group, re-strategize.
And I knew people here, so I was like, I could probably talk to people and make something work.
Yeah, that's cool, man.
That's cool. Yeah. So when did you decide, okay, this is gonna be something, I need to get a camera?
So I got my camera in Miami.
Okay.
When was it? I think it was 5 months of shooting only iPhone, 5 to 6 months, and it was always the plan. Yeah. It wasn't. I was just saving up for it because they're expensive.
Yes.
So,
what kind of camera do you use?
Canon 80D.
He already knew that answer.
It's for the people, though. It's for the people.
Who don't know? Yes.
Great camera for video.
Yeah.
So yeah, I just got it and I was so excited. I almost cried, to be honest. I was like, and also people helped me. Like I saved up. I think my parents helped me out a little bit. Like it was a group effort.
Yes.
I was so fortunate. Yeah, so that was amazing.
It's not like that at all. I'm just like, oh, I want to get him. But it's just because I wasn't buying anything. I wasn't like,
you saved up too, so right?
Yeah, but it wasn't. We didn't plan for it though. I'm literally Marissa.
Yeah. We planned for my camera.
Yeah, Marissa's coworker. We planned for that one.
Yeah.
For that one, yeah.
That one we planned for.
Because Marissa's coworker let her borrow like all his camera gear and stuff, and I came home after work one day. I'm like, "What the heck is all this?" And
I was like, "Look what I got."
I'm like, "That's cool." And then literally the next day I bought it because I'm like, I'm just running around with that little GoPro.
Like
he was that
the
jealous.
Next day, yeah.
He couldn't let you have your moment.
No, he's like, "Wow, this is awesome. Let's go buy one right now." I'm like, I have to get this one back like in a month.
So yeah, that's literally how it happened, bro. But no, yeah, that's awesome. That you had like people that supported you.
Yes,
that's a big deal, bro. That's a really big deal.
I was lucky. Some people like are completely on their own. So
yeah, like for real, like buying that camera. that was like Robert's gift to me, the 5D Mark IV, because
that's for Christmas gift, I think, actually.
Yeah.
But,
but like having someone who like actually supports you and like is investing in your stuff is crazy. Because like I was using the T6i, which was amazing, but I needed it was time.
That one's that was just better.
Yeah.
So did you see like anything change as far as like the type of work that you were getting, or
from that phone?
Once you had the camera, like
like from the phone to the camera.
Like the thing with the camera is like you could get amazing stuff with. I have an iPhone X. You can get amazing stuff with an iPhone, and then the camera it gives you like a little bit. Oh, it actually gives you a lot more control.
Depending on the lens.
Yeah. But the image, the overall image, a lot of the times it could be pretty similar. Yeah. So the camera just makes you look cooler.
Basically,
more.
It's all about the presentation.
Makes you look more more legit.
Yes, like don't you feel like walking into a company with like this big ass camera in
you
your
pull
hand?
out your
Like,
phone, they're like, "What the heck is that?"
But then like
it's like, "Oh, I have that phone. I can do this. Go away."
Exactly.
The only thing that I want to add to that is like it also depends on the lighting situation too, because
a lot.
The cameras tend to do a little bit better than the iPhones still.
Yeah.
It might not be always the case, but for right now.
Depending on the lens you're using.
And also depending on the lens you're using.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's why like.
And the type of camera.
Yeah.
Like how like the dynamic range it picks up.
You can get in a whole debate, like, camera versus phone, but it's pretty close,
But yeah, the camera's gonna be better.
Yeah.
Like obviously, like if you're into it and you're gonna invest and step it up, you should get a camera.
Yeah, but I just think it's so interesting because whenever we go to like a shoot now, we bring everything. So like we bring these lights, we bring our reflector, we bring our tripods.
Basically the full setup, except for the reflector.
Yeah, like don't you feel like walking in with like all your stuff that you just got like that extra like oomph?
Exactly, that's the thing.
You don't use any of it.
Yeah, like you look more legit for other people, but you feel more ready in a way. True. It's like all of this is backing my talent right now.
Yes.
I ain't just like playing games. I know exactly what I need, and anything you throw at me, I'm ready for it.
Yeah.
That's true.
So it just, if you can do it, you should save up for it and just
and it also
step it
depends
up.
on like what your goals are too, obviously. What I was saying.
Yeah.
Like buy a camera.
And buy a whole bunch of gear.
You should if you want to, but if that's not like what your goal is, and invest in us, and we'll do it for you. But yeah. Shameless plug. But yeah, dude, that's crazy, man. So you came back to Tampa, and then you just started working that grind again. And then...
As soon as I got back to Tampa, since I knew people, like the jobs started coming in faster. Yeah. Just from the people I knew and the people I knew other people. Yes. And so it was faster, and ever since I moved back, it's just been more consistent, which is great.
That's awesome. Yeah. That's good. Yeah, we see you like
that's cool.
Literally grinding, so that's awesome, man. We're just very glad that we got the chance to like get to know you before you became rich and famous.
Yes.
So like,
hey,
so that's how it works, bro.
That's cool. And you're busy. Like we always see you on Instagram, like shooting something. Like how many music videos do you think you've done so far this year?
So far, I could tell you so far. It's just so many things. Like so far. So many things happen. Like I go to shoot a music video, and sometimes it doesn't go through, and I edit it, and then just so many things happen. But probably, I want to say like 40 solid.
Oh my gosh!
In like a year of doing it.
I feel like that's a lot.
That's a lot.
With a full-time job, like
that's like just on the side. That's crazy, bro.
Wow.
That's good.
And that's like where I got most of the practice.
Yeah. Because you're like, all right, this happened at this shoot. You learn something, and then you're like, for the next one, you're ready. Kind of like with the podcast, like our second podcast we made, or like, Jay's gonna say like, we messed up on our podcast. No, but yeah, like figuring out like, okay, like for a podcast, depending on the situation, you want to make sure you shoot manual instead of autofocus, because you don't want it to be bouncing back and forth.
Yeah, like every project teaches you like
something
a little
something to do, something to not do in the next.
Yeah, I feel like every single shoot we learn something new.
Yeah.
That's crazy. So who is like your inspiration for your music videos? Like, is there a certain like artist that you look at where you're like, ooh, I want to do that in my next one, or like? Does that make sense?
Yes.
That's a good question.
ASAP Rocky is just the bar.
Freaking crazy.
Like him. I'm guessing he does a lot of the vision for a lot of them, but him and he works with a lot of directors. I think it's like 2 of them specifically.
Yeah.
That just every time I watch it and I'm just like, what am I doing?
like,
What am I doing?
Yeah, that's how it is. Always feels
That's
like, man, you're always like, I could be doing so much more. They have the same thing. Like, that's crazy.
Do you guys have someone like or like
yeah.
a page that you look at?
Definitely, bro. For me, I think as far as what I want to try to do, that's something personal to me, is my parents, they just bought a restaurant, so they've been working there for a long time. But Daniel Schiffer actually is one of them. He does these crazy, awesome like food video stuff. Like
I've seen
it's
them.
crazy, and like I'm like, dang, and it's an Italian restaurant, so you have like a lot of stuff to play with. So I'm like, I want to be able to do like that for like my family, because that'd be cool. Because then I get to do like give them something while helping them. And I think that's just like a win-win. It's just kind of hard though, because we're back in Port Charlotte, and then we're over here in Tampa, and we're just trying to like set the foundation for our business. But like I want to also like help them out. So like for me, that's
So it's a lot of driving back and forth. But
it's like 2 hours.
we're making it work.
There, 2 hours back.
That's also crazy that you say that though, like wanting to help out your parents or your friends or other people.
Literally, it's because of them we're even able to sit here. Like, I can go all day with my my parents. Like it's the whole.
It's crazy.
Like my dad came here when he was 14, didn't know any English. How to just basically learn how to. He started as a busser, didn't know English. He was too afraid to cook because they were like make fun of him. And he's like, I don't know how to cook. And then the boss was like, you need to learn how to cook, because one day you need to like support your family. And then he was right. Like literally, he's still cooking to this day. But now he's a head chef. He knows like a bunch of shit.
And now he's the owner.
And now he's the freaking owner. And then what's crazy to me, I'm like, Dad, you're the owner, man. How does it feel? Like, I doesn't feel like anything. Like, I just clean the bathrooms the same as I did before. I just gotta keep on working. Like, damn. Like, that's the type of person I want to be when I grow up. Like, he's definitely my hero for sure. That's crazy, bro.
And your mom.
And my mom too, yeah.
Hey.
My mom's like on another even level. Like, she's crazy. She's gonna hear this one day.
Saved ya, but
Your parents watch your stuff?
No, but just in case one day.
No.
They're too busy working.
They might.
Do they know though?
They know, yeah. They don't really know what we're doing.
They kind of know.
Like,
You put your mom on your YouTube video before.
yeah, I did. So she does know a little bit, but she doesn't know how we get paid.
So she doesn't understand.
She doesn't
really.
like, how do you make money making videos? Because she would actually. The reason why I like filming is because of her. Because she would always like follow us with like the VHS tapes and stuff. And, like,
So she did it.
So she's the one. That
So there's like a massive box at his house.
Yeah.
With like.
She didn't
tapes.
believe me. I'm like, I have like a bunch of like old footage, and she's like, wow.
So it's just like awkward.
You
through all your awkward stages.
It's
so
great. It is so
Yeah,
great.
it's all on footage. So one day I'm gonna like transfer them over, like to like digital files and do all that. But yeah, she has all that. So yeah, shout out to my mom. Okay, but yeah, what about you, Marissa? What do you look to for your inspiration as far as like photography and stuff?
I don't know. There's so many people that I love.
Who's like one that is not like super famous, but like you're like, dang, they should be.
Oh my gosh, there's so many people. There's so like everyone that I follow on
Who's someone in the
Instagram.
Tampa area that you would like to meet?
Oh, someone in the Tampa area. Okay. Then.
Narrow it down a little bit for you.
So much pressure. I don't know. There's so
tough.
many.
And you guys meet a lot of people too.
Yes,
especially
we
now
do.
you're out there like meeting.
We're really pushing it more, dude.
I feel like in a little bit you're gonna get to know everyone.
Florida
in Tampa.
I don't know.
Are you asking about?
Looking at you like you know the answer.
Are you asking about like photographers?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't
Because
know.
you normally this photo.
I don't know. But someone I watch on YouTube a lot is Mango Street, and they're amazing.
Mango
love
Street
them
is
so
amazing.
much.
They actually do tutorials. I was watching one
They do both.
like 2 days ago
Yeah.
on photography.
Yes.
Yeah, they do.
So
They're so quick, and they're just so good. Even their sponsored ads that they throw in the middle are perfect.
Yeah, literally they made
Like-
like a sponsored ad for like you remember the old like TV series called Next
On MTV.
on MTV.
Yes!
I saw that, yes,
Yeah,
yes.
we're
It
like,
was so good.
what?
It was for Squarespace,
Yeah,
and it was
for Squarespace.
it was like an-
oh
it-
my god, like
it
it was
was
so
so
good.
good.
And they're so smart because they're like, wow, like we know.
That's a great
Yeah.
way to look at it and think about it, because then sponsors love that
Yeah.
for
Yes.
sure. Like they're used to like someone just
like
saying
even
it.
us just talking about it on a podcast, they did their job.
Yeah.
They
they did their job.
Yeah, good job, Mango Street.
It's
If you ever
amazing.
see this, reach out to us. We'd love to like get coaching.
Have you on our podcast?
But yeah, that's good. Nice.
Oh, they're amazing in all things. Gonna meet them someday.
Dang.
They live in
All
LA,
right.
I think. Just go find them.
Yeah, man, that's crazy.
But what else are we gonna talk about?
So what's one, like, for us, we like talking about our struggles as much as we can, because we feel like when we talk about our struggles, like someone has either gone through it
True.
or knows someone that can help out. So what is like one struggle that you're that's kind of like your main thing right now? What's like what's one of your main struggles that you're going through right now, and how can someone help you?
Okay, so my main struggle, it's gotten way better, you know, each time.
Yeah.
It just takes a little time, but I want to be doing video and photography, stuff like that, content creation in general, full time.
Gotcha.
I haven't gotten to that.
Gotcha.
So that's kind of been just my main focus
Okay.
and struggle at the same time.
That's
So
cool.
how can someone help? Like, pretend there's someone that's listening to this podcast. How can they literally help you to get to that
Yes.
point? Like, let the universe know.
I think, what do you mean? Like if someone was,
Like, if someone's like, okay, AQ, like, I want you to be my full-time videographer, content creator guy.
Like, what type
What-
of content
like, what-
would
like,
you want to
what-
do if
like,
you could do
what
it
will you
forever?
do? And like,
music videos.
Music videos.
all right,
What's one artist that you would love to work with?
you can be as big as possible.
I'm trying to think.
Like, what's one artist where you're like, oh my gosh, I got this brilliant idea. And-
Childish Gambino.
Yeah?
All right, so
Childish Gambino, we're coming after you.
yeah, bro, that'd be crazy.
That would be so cool.
Yeah.
Oh my
Yeah.
gosh. What's like one of your favorite music videos of his?
Sober.
Sober?
It's from Sober. He's like at a diner
Yeah,
and he's dancing. Like he also acts, so he has a lot going for him, but just that feeling in that video, it's great.
All right.
That's cool. Oh my gosh,
There
let's
you
make it
go.
happen. Let's just find someone that looks like him, and then we'll make a music video and be like, this could be you.
I actually thought about doing that.
See? It's not that crazy.
Not specifically.
Robert looked at me
Oh,
like,
wow.
really?
This is why I'm more of the analytical kind of guy. Like, all right, guys, this is what we need to do step by step. She comes up with the crazy ideas. I'm like, okay, now how do we do that? It works out pretty well.
But it would work,
That's
you know,
funny.
like
Yes.
I just finding people and using the artist like a Childish Gambino song and
Yes.
doing something cool. Maybe they see it.
Oh my gosh, we're gonna do that.
All right, so if you're either a Childish Gambino or a lookalike, reach out to
If you're one of those
There
two,
you go.
Let us know.
Instagram's back
This
there.
is the Instagram.
That's it, we set it up
AQ
for you guys. It's like a volleyball thing. We set it up and you just smack it down. Go for it.
That
That's actually our friendship model, bro.
totally is our friendship model.
We haven't put a patent on it yet, but like I'm
Oh,
the
we
one
will.
that usually says hi or whatever, or just be the awkward person. So I'm like,
Yeah.
So it's like the B, and then Marissa's like our friend.
Yeah.
Because I'm so awkward saying hi to people, like I won't
Yeah,
do it.
that's so
Like if we're in
funny.
like a crowded room with people, I just won't. I won't. Say
I remember at a cave day.
Yes.
You're like, we saw, who was it? BB Art's friend or
Oh yeah,
assistant, something
Tommy.
like
Yeah.
that?
I
I'm
see
like,
it.
I think that's Tommy.
I see it right in front
I
of you.
saw that in action. That's so funny.
You didn't even see it. It was like,
No, yeah,
I
she
think
saw
that's
it.
him.
I
I think
know.
that's him.
Yeah.
Robert, go talk to him.
I just
And
I
we
know.
just,
I
and we
was
just stood
gonna
up so fast. It was like automatic.
Oh, okay, dude.
Like-
Yeah, it's because that literally, whenever she says that,
That's so
almost always,
funny.
I'm like, I feel like it was just like we needed, like, have to talk to that person. It's crazy. That's so funny. So
funny.
yeah, be our friend model. Boom.
That's
I know.
it. That's the
Dang.
whole
All right,
thing.
I'm just gonna click pause real quick because we're getting close to the 30-minute mark, and I
Yeah.
didn't even realize that. So that means the podcast is really good because like
Yeah.
it doesn't feel like 30 minutes, right?
No.
Yeah,
Not
that's
at all.
crazy. All right, so pausing. Oh geez.
You look like an old man.
I know.
Those were Akita, always these are toys wherever I can trip on them. So I always need to look at them. I literally almost died 2 times. Dang, but yeah,
Oh
so
my
that's our be our friend model. So for those of you who like
Did not know
did
that.
not know
No.
that, now you know.
Now you know.
Very strategic. Not really. We're just like whatever.
It's good though. It's like a team effort.
Yeah.
you
It
know?
really is
Yeah.
because I would just not meet anyone if it
Yeah.
were not for Robert.
Yeah, now I gotta check the.
Oh my God.
Dang, now that I said it, the second part is not gonna be recorded.
Wait, so how do it pauses and then we start?
It pauses after 30 minutes.
Oh, but it can go more, like way more.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Wait, what?
The cameras.
Oh, so
I don't
You
know
get to
why
buy
they're
it-
set
you
up
have to buy
like
an
that.
external,
Yeah.
thing that plugs into the wall. And
Oh, so it just pauses.
Yeah.
This whole time I thought.
Have you ever recorded more than 30 minutes?
No, I don't do that. That's why I thought when I heard, because
I
heard it before.
There's still a lot of gigabytes left on. Well, depending on how big your card is.
Yeah. Yeah. It just stops recording after 30.
Got you. Okay, that's good. I thought we were done.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Wait, so you always only record 30 minutes? You're like, I can't do it anymore.
I've never had to record.
Oh, okay.
Doing, like, music videos, like,
oh, true, they're quick. Okay.
So I guess just
for those of you who don't know, like we have these cameras that can only record up to 30 minutes at a time. So that's why
there's got to be a way to fix that.
You have to get the external thing that connects to the wall. We don't have that. So.
But there's got to be like an internal way to.
I don't know. We gotta look into it.
We gotta figure that out.
All right. So okay. So,
anyway.
So yeah, the be our friend.
Be our friend. Yeah. I would not have any friends if it were not for Robert.
There you go.
Yep.
And I don't know how to hold a conversation, so that's why she comes in the other side too. I'm like, hey, I don't know what else to say. So then she comes up and she like just fills in the gaps.
That's funny. I've seen it in action. It works, guys.
That's so funny.
That's so funny, bro. So what are some?
I think you're gonna see. So funny.
So what are some like things that you wish you would have known before like getting into this type of like lifestyle almost? Like it can get kind of crazy, especially like with balancing with work versus with what you like to do.
And like life.
So
like your girlfriend.
And your girlfriend too.
Like
and
relationships.
She's all the way in Orlando, right?
Shout out to my girlfriend.
Yes.
Took like almost halfway through the podcast to do it.
Almost. Yep. People don't know, but she helps so much, guys. Like sometimes I don't even.
Talk about it, bro. Yeah.
Yes. How does she?
Because you guys are a team, right? Like you guys have each other, and I've definitely seen some other creative couples on Instagram, right? And I was always kind of jealous. I was like, that's kind of cheating, though. That's kind of cheating.
It definitely is cheating.
We definitely push it and we use it. It took us a while to even like really get comfortable and push it though. Because I feel like now we're really
still don't even push it that hard. Because we're not one of those couples that are like really coupley.
Yeah.
So like, we know it does help though. It's like people do like that, and I guess people just like that we're weird, so it works out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I saw every time I saw it, I was like, it's kind of cheating, yo. And then, but it was just, I was just jealous because it's a good, it's great when you find someone and you can do it together. It's like you could get further faster.
Yeah, and don't get me wrong, it is hard sometimes.
Yes.
I don't know that side, so I can't imagine.
It can get pretty difficult sometimes.
Yeah.
So, like, we do a lot of talking.
There's a lot of conversation.
Yeah,
yes.
Like, there really is.
There is great communication happening.
You really need to know, like, hey, like, I need my space sometimes.
Yeah. Yep. It's dangerous too, because if you build something,
and if you don't talk,
and then
it can explode real quick.
So you got to be careful with that. Yeah.
So how does your girlfriend help you out, bro?
So now she's always trying. So because she goes to UCF for like biology. She's trying to be a veterinarian, and so I always thought, we're not gonna work together. It's just gonna be separate. And then slowly with time, she's been like kind of forcing herself into my work because she's like, I want to help, I can help. And I was like, really? Like I didn't even see it, but she can though. Like it's just when you have another person, they can see what you can't see. So a lot of the times when she's with me shooting music videos, it's like I'm shooting a scene and I'm focused on the camera or like that person, and then she's like back here and she taps me on the shoulder and she's like, yo, that car right there, it looks totally weird. Like you should move it a little bit over here so it's more. And then I look at it and I see it.
And then you're like, oh, you're right. Yes, that happens all the time.
Simple stuff like that. And then she also helps me out a lot with like stuff with clients, she actually, how you guys have like, they show me like their price set up for like different projects you guys have, like, the time, the how much to charge and all that. I remember I told you I wanted that. I didn't have it. She actually set mine up.
Wow, that's cool.
Like I kind of we did it kind of together. I told her like what I could do, what I wanted, and she was kind of like, because I didn't have it for the longest time. she just whipped out the laptop. She was like, okay, just
She's
sit
like,
down.
let's
Just
do
let's
it.
get to
Yeah.
it. Just sit down.
Let's get to this.
How hard is it to do this? Okay.
Just what do you need? So she actually helps a lot.
That's so dope.
That's
Yeah.
really cool.
That's
So I'm kind of molding into
That's awesome.
what you guys have
That's
slowly.
awesome. Yeah, and she
That's
came
cool.
all the way from Orlando to BB Arts thing, which is really
Yes,
dope.
that was
And
cool.
that was like our first time meeting her. She's so nice, bro. So like, yeah, definitely,
Yeah.
you definitely have a keeper, bro. Just treat her right, for sure.
Mhm.
So
Right there.
that's cool. And if you want to like, give her a quick shout out to the podcast or YouTube, like, if you-
Yeah,
like how can they
Natalie. It's N and then Santos 14
Okay.
There we go.
Instagram.
Give him a follow. Give her a follow. I said give them. I said give them, but it's not like give them.
It's just one person.
Yeah. So like, it's just awkward all around. Yeah. So yeah, you're gonna give her a follow because she really is an awesome person, man. That's
Yes,
cool. Dang.
that's cool. We had to go like to dinner sometime.
Yeah. Let's
Nice
go
sit
double
down.
date.
Like a double date.
Yes.
A little double date.
Super cheesy.
We never go on double dates ever.
I've
so
never
sad.
been
We've
on
gone-
one.
We have actually have gone on one.
Who with who?
Wow, it was that bad that she didn't remember.
Oh my gosh, we did go on this double date. It was so bad.
It was bad.
Oh,
Don't
I
mention it
remember.
though. Don't talk
Yeah,
about
we'll
it.
talk about it.
We'll talk about it
Fine.
later.
It couldn't have been that bad.
It was
Wasn't
great.
that bad.
It was great.
I was like, no, that's good. No, it's good.
It's fine, it's
They had
fine.
the right intention. It was just like it was just
One to one. Okay.
Yeah, roasted, bro. It's like it's pretty far into the podcast. I don't think they ever listen.
I know,
one's
yeah,
here.
no one's
one's-
listening this far.
Yeah.
No
If
one's
you're
here.
still watching or listening to this, thank you.
We appreciate you, really do. Like we really do have fun. And like
Yeah.
the reason why we started this podcast is just like coming to me right now. Is like we would always have these conversations, like especially with you. Like we met at the Bricks
Yeah.
randomly first time. We just had some like chips and dip, really. It was just talking
It's
about
a
life.
beer.
Like
Yeah.
literally, this conversation we kind of had just at that restaurant. But
Yeah.
like I always wanted to be able to like really record this, and I'm like, how can we record this without being weird and then just like
Yeah.
secretly doing it without them knowing?
It's,
That's
yeah.
weird though. Like you can't do it.
We have done it a couple
But,
times.
yeah, we've done it with just the phone, like on the table, and like
Yeah.
we record the audio. And then after we ask, oh, is it cool if we like use just the audio?
Yeah.
But like something with videos is better because like it's cool because you can like be there
Yeah.
with them.
And that's so hard too. Like I like so much that you guys are doing it because I've been trying to get in front of the camera and do it for so long,
Mhm.
and it's just uncomfortable,
Mhm.
you know. And I feel like a lot of people feel that. You know what I mean? Like,
Yes.
oh, I would love to like vlog or do a tutorial or just get on my Instagram story
Yeah.
and say something that I
Mhm.
want to say, but it's tough. So the fact that you guys are doing it and inviting people or forcing them, kind of like
Or
today,
tricking them into-
which is perfect.
It's
I needed it. It's amazing. And then people, you know, you have these conversations with people all the time, but you don't record them. If you record them, then you share them, and then, you know, it's not just you and them learning. It's
Yeah, everybody. in the
50,
process.
80, yeah, and, you know, whatever people are watching.
Wow.
So it's just great.
There we go. There's a clip right there for.
That was great.
That was perfect.
Yeah.
Dang, yeah, like that's what coconut fire is all about, guys. right there.
Yes.
That's a good example right there. Dang, thank you for that, bro. That's cool.
Yeah.
Cool.
Dang. So I think I'm out of questions on my end.
I think
But
that's-
also shout out to what's his name?
What is this called?
How do you say it, bro?
Lagunitas?
How do you say it?
Lagunitas.
Yeah.
Lagunitas.
IPA. What was that? I've
I
never
really don't
heard her talk like that before. What's that?
I really
Who are
don't
you?
know.
I guess she's feeling it. She's not doing that.
It's like, have a beer.
It's out of beer. But yeah, we're not sponsored by you, but we would love to.
But we
So,
will be
Let's
soon.
do it.
Yeah, let us know in the comments or in the below.
Just do it.
Dang. But,
Wow, podcast 4.
Yeah, dude, we don't want to keep you all here all night, but thank you once again.
Yes.
Seriously.
Thank you guys for having me.
Yeah.
Like,
Thank
this
you for
is great.
being on our podcast.
Yeah, man. Any last words that you would like to say to the viewers? I do have one request after this.
After this?
Yeah.
Wait, what's your...
You'll see.
Oh,
Okay.
it's
It's our
after
first time
this.
We'll find out. Yeah.
Guys, pay attention to Dos Cocos Locos because these podcasts are going to blow up. They are truly pushing the community over competition. And if you are a creator or just looking to network and grow your audience, this is it. So just do it.
Dude.
That was
Thank you,
cool.
bro.
We did not pay him
We
to
did
say
not
that.
plan that.
Yeah.
There's the $5 Dude, we appreciate that, bro.
Yes.
Can you just hold this coconut and just say the hashtag that's on the coconut? We're gonna just start bringing coconuts into our lives a little bit more.
That's
Do I
so
do it?
funny.
Which camera?
Oh, you can do this camera.
This
Yeah,
camera?
whichever one. This was on the spot. I just came up with it like 2 seconds.
I was like, what? We did not.
First one doesn't even know what's good.
What's up, guys? It's AQ Views. This is a coconut in my hand right here, and it says hashtag follow the coconuts.
Yes.
Boom, that's perfect.
That was so perfect.
That's perfect. Dude, you are not shy in front of the camera, but you're good at it. You're good.
That was so great.
That's a wrap. All right, that's end.
That's
of
a
the
wrap.
podcast.
Thanks.
Thank you guys so much for, well, I was gonna say watching. Oh yeah.
Yeah, watching
Thank you
too.
so much for watching and listening. We definitely appreciate it. If you can let us know some feedback by either following the podcast wherever it is on Spotify or Anchor. We're trying to get to Apple Music, or if you can just give us a rating and just text us or DM us on Instagram what you liked, what you didn't like. Let us know. And like this is a learning process for us too. So we just greatly appreciate your feedback, whatever you guys have.
That's a wrap. Podcast 4. Hey.
Hey,
That was dope.
Wow. That was cool.
Before we end this podcast, I just want to give a huge shout out to EV47. He's the one that made the beat for the beginning and end of this podcast. So you should definitely check him out because he's dope. And yeah, peace.
Yes.